Hi everyone, this is Jerica Disto and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my reflection on the mental health symposium titled Safe Minds, Safe Spaces. It was such an inspiring and eye-opening event. The discussions really made me think about how important mental health is, not only for students but also for teachers, friends, and to everyone who are working or in a school community. First, I want to share the 3 biggest lessons I learned from the symposium event. So the first one is that we are the emotional thermostat in our environment. This means that our emotions can influence the atmosphere around us, just like how a thermostat controls the temperature in a room. If we're calm, patient, and positive, it helps others feel safe and comfortable. But when we're stressed or frustrated, that energy can spread too. I realize that this applies to all of us, not just teachers. As students in NMICST, our moods can affect our classmates, our group mates, even our teachers. For example, when we start that day with a smile or offer help to someone who looks tired, we're actually setting a more positive tone for the people around us. It reminded me that emotional awareness is part of leadership and teamwork. It's how we create a safe space for learning and growth. The second takeaway that really stayed with me is the oxygen mask principle. It's a simple but powerful message. We must take care of ourselves first before we can help others. So in the symposium event, this was compared to the safety instruction on airplanes. Put on your own oxygen mask before assisting others. At first, that might sound selfish, but it actually makes perfect sense. If we're exhausted, burned out, or emotionally drained, we can't really be there for anyone else. So, this made me reflect on how I handle stress. Sometimes, I push myself too hard with schoolwork or responsibilities, thinking I need to keep going no matter what. But I learned that rest is not a reward, it's a necessity. Taking breaks, asking for help, and saying no when we're at our limit are all forms of self-care. When we take care of our mental and emotional well-being, we become stronger and more capable of supporting others. So the third lesson I learned is about respect and protection. Respect means valuing others and ourselves. For a student like me, this can mean listening to our classmates when they talk, validating their feelings even if we don't agree, and treating everyone with kindness. One line that stood out to me from the slides said, "Validate the feeling even if not the behavior." That's powerful because it reminds us to separate how someone feels from what they do. For example, if someone gets upset or frustrated, instead of saying stop overreacting, we can say I can see you're really frustrated right now. Let's talk about it. So it shows empathy and help others feel seen and understood. Protection, on the other hand, is about setting boundaries and creating safe spaces. We can protect ourselves by avoiding gossips or negativity and focusing on positive, supportive conversions. So in a classroom or group, we can protect others by standing up against bullying or inclusion together. Respect and protection help create a healthy and safe learning environment for everyone. Now, for the second question, how the symposium deepened my understanding of mental health. So before attending, I used to think mental health was mostly about mental illnesses, stress, or sadness. But after hearing the speaker, and seeing the presentations, I realized it's much more than that. Mental health is about balance, awareness, and connection. It's about knowing how to manage our emotions, recognizing when something feels off, and reaching out for support when we need it. It's also about looking out for others and noticing the sign when someone might be struggling. One slide said, "Your job is to notice, not to diagnose." That means we don't have to have all the answers, but we can show care by simply saying, "Hey, I noticed you seem a bit quiet lately. Those small moments can make a huge difference. The symposium helped me understand that mental wellness is something we build together as a community, not something we do alone. Now for the third questions. How students can help build safe minds and safe spaces? So I think it starts with kindness and empathy. Listening without judgment, being patient with others, and choosing to understand rather than criticize. Sometimes it's just about being there for someone, sitting beside them, listening, or even just offering a smile. We can also help by encouraging open conversations about mental health. It's okay to talk about how we feel. When we share our experiences, we remind others that they're not alone. In group projects, we can be more understanding when someone is struggling. Instead of getting frustrated in the classroom, we can respect different opinions and personalities, creating a space where everyone feels safe to express themselves. A safe mind starts with being aware of our thoughts and emotions, and a safe space starts with how we treat others. So, to conclude, my personal commitment to mental wellness and supporting others, I commit to taking care of my own well being first, getting enough rest, managing my time wisely, and setting boundaries when I need to. I will not try to compare myself too much to others, and instead of focusing on progress, and instead focus on progress and self compassion rather. I also commit to being more attentive to the people around me. If I notice someone feeling down or distant, I'll try to reach out or just check in with a simple, "Are you okay?" I know that sometimes being a good listener is already a big help. Most importantly, I'll continue to promote respect, empathy, and kindness. I believe that when we practice these values, we create a culture of care, a community where everyone feels supported and safe to be themselves. So to end, I just want to say that this symposium truly opened my eyes. It reminded me that mental health is not just a personal issue. It's something we all share responsibility for. When we take care of ourselves and show compassion to others, we build a stronger, safer, and more understanding community. So I think that's all, and thank you for listening to my reflection on safe minds, safe space. Again, this is Jerica Distu. Welcome to my YouTube channel.